Hello, everyone. Today, I want to share some strange features of the iPhone that you probably don't know about. iPhone is weird. For example, if someone knows the unlock code of your iPhone, they can change your Apple ID password without knowing your current Apple ID password, and with it they can lock you out of your own Apple ID. It can access all of your data on your iCloud and have access to all your saved passwords on your keychain. And I used to think Apple is very safe. Now there is a way around it, but that is even weirder. So you can go into your settings, then into screen time, and then into content and privacy restrictions, and then within this setting you have to scroll all the way down to account changes and set that to don't allow. And so what's weird is that someone can change your ID and password, but to change that setting you have to go into screen time. Okay, next, so on the iPhone I should either get bombarded with all notifications from an app or none. There is no in between. Actually, let me give you a couple of examples. So here is a grocery delivery app. It says UFOs are real. Tap to know more. A full delivery app says current, pause your work and have lunch first. Amazon here says go back to your favorite styles and shop them on Amazon. I mean, look, these are important apps for me when something is getting delivered, but I can't just turn off the notifications, because then I don't get delivery notifications, which are critical. But all this promotional stuff is just like, on Android I could just turn off specific kinds of notifications and only keep the critical ones to come in, and so on the iPhone it's either all in or all out. I mean in. Let us say your phone is on normal notification mode and you get an incoming notification. You get this sound. Okay, good. Now let us say I'm getting an incoming call. Alright, so I'm just gonna pick it up. Alright, and I'm gonna be on a call now. If I get a notification, it's actually going to ring in my ear just like that. So let us say I ignored it. I go back to my regular phone call. And if I keep getting notifications, you see that is weird, and so you see it kept buzzing in my ear while I was on the call. Now sure, you could go ahead, while you're on the call, switch it to unmute and then go back on the call, and then you can switch it back to ring. That is if you remember to, but the point is you shouldn't have to. Now look guys, I'm not saying that there aren't ways around to fix this. Come on Apple, it's 2023, if Android can do it, so can you now. But it's just weird that something so basic isn't baked into iPhone already. Next, now so let us say you're getting an incoming call on WhatsApp on your iPhone and you answer that, and then you get a normal incoming call. If you answer the normal incoming call, it will end your ongoing WhatsApp call, and there is nothing you can do about it. Like, see, on Android if you're on a WhatsApp call and you get a normal incoming phone call, when you answer that normal call it just puts your WhatsApp call on hold. And once you're done speaking it resumes your WhatsApp call. Now look, I know a lot of you are going to say that this is a WhatsApp issue, not an iPhone issue, but the point is, as an iPhone user, this is something that you'll have to face, and it's weird. And speaking of calls, ringtones can't set a custom ringtone on the iPhone. Like, if you go into your sound settings and then ringtones, you've got a list of really bad ringtones to choose from, and that's a big reason why all iPhones pretty much sound the same when there's an incoming call, and everyone's like, is that my phone ringing? And hey, if you do want to change your ringtone, you could by purchasing them, obviously. Now, to be completely fair, there is a complex process that you can go through by using GarageBand, and then making a sound that can be set as a custom ringtone. But let us face it, most of us are never going to go through that process. Dude, whereas my setting now, the iPhone settings are a complete mess. So let us say I've got my camera open here and I want to activate the grid. Guess what? I can't do that from the camera app. One have to go to settings, then into camera, and then activate that here. And this inefficient behavior actually holds true for all native iOS apps. There are just no settings within the app. You have to go into settings to access their setting. On Android, all apps have their settings built right into the app, which makes perfect sense, because that's when you actually need to access the settings of an app the most. But on the iPhone, now sure, you might say that I'm nitpicking, but do you think it's possible that Apple, in one of their keynotes someday, they say that introducing contextual settings? Now I want to talk about the dialer. So ducking dialer, first of all, when you punch in a number, you can't go in between numbers. If you make one error here, you'll have to delete all the way and then retype. Now on Android there's T9 dialing, so you can just tap letters that correspond to a name and you can immediately get a list of people that match that name. But on iOS there is nothing like that. There is no T9 dialing. Next, the iPhone will stop. I will not charging if it detects the temperature to be too high. Now I understand this is done in order to increase or prolong the battery longevity, but hang on, if you're someone who's south on the road all the time, you would prefer to have 100% every day on your phone than you would with 80 of battery that goes on for 4 years. And so I think that control should be with the user. I should be able to decide whether I want a limited 80 and prolonged battery, or do I 100 and I don't care about Battery should be my decision, and so yeah, I'm done. No guys, as an Android and an iOS user, I do find some of these things in iOS quite weird, and if you do ask users of Android, they'll all tell you how genuine these problems could be. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon, and mark all during, help the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next one.